All right, so this morning we are going to walk through Take Command O2, which is going to walk us through smart plans, referrals, and reports. I'm also going to talk through at the end how to submit a contract in for compliance so that way you can get paid, because that is probably going to be one of the most important things we need to know with Command. So to get started with smart plans, if you click over here on the left-hand side of your main menu, you can see here smart plans. You can click on that. Now, smart plans are our drip campaigns. They are the plans that we can put our contacts on to stay in touch with them, build that relationship with them, share information. And the smart plans that are set up now in Command are different than the campaigns or smart plans or drip campaigns that were in eEdge, because with Command and all of the technology in Command and all the insights and market level data, these smart plans are focused more on providing value and specialized information for each one of our contacts. So as of now, there isn't a monthly newsletter type drip campaign, but we do have a monthly market update that we can share with our contacts. So just wanted to kind of preface that so that way you know this smart plans are really all about providing value and information for your contacts. So you're in the smart plan applet, just kind of talk through everything. So at the top here, it lets you know that we are in smart plans. Over here to the right is library, and that is the library of all the smart plans that are available to us. At the moment, Labs has uploaded 10 smart plans for us to use. They're very variety of topics, and we'll talk through them in just a moment. In the future, they're actually going to allow agents to sell smart plans. So if you develop your own smart plan that you love, you could upload it into a smart plan marketplace and sell that to other agents. So that way they don't have to create it from scratch. And then down here, we have our create button. And this is how to create your own smart plan that I just talked about. And we will walk through how to do that step by step. Moving down the screen, we have our people plans here. And people plans are the smart plans that our contacts are set up on. So our regular nurture campaigns. To the right, we have referral plans, opportunity plans, and listing plans. And those are grayed out because they're currently not available. But the goal is to build out all these different types of smart plans. So that way I could build out a referral smart plan or put another KW agent or another agent in another market center or another city on a referral plan, just to help keep myself top of mind as their go-to Atlanta agent. Additionally, to the right here, we have opportunity plans. And these are going to be smart plans that will be set up so that as you are moving your contacts through your sales funnel and you're creating, you have that opportunity, this opportunity plan will send out contact information or send out specific information depending on where they are in that funnel. So that way, if you move them from appointment to listed in your sales funnel, they'll automatically receive information say, great, now that you are listed, here are 10 things to help keep your house clean, or all sorts of types of information that'll be able to help move them from throughout the process. And then the last one here is listing plans. And the goal for listing plans is to help you build your listing portfolio. So that way you can focus on your contacts to get as many listings as possible. So down here in people plans, you can see I have my bi-weekly neighborhood nurture and my monthly neighborhood nurture. This is the list of all the smart plans that I have active in my system. These are the smart plans that I have available to add contacts to. And then to the right over here, you can see I have 0 contacts to them. It lasts for 15 days and 31 days. There's a total of 1 touch. And then over here on the right-hand side where it says actions, you can roll over, you can add a contact. So I can add a contact right here to the smart plan. I can copy it, I can edit it, or I can delete it. So this is all within the Smart Plans homepage or home screen. So let's click on my library up here in the top of the screen. And now we can walk through all the different smart plans that are available to see which ones might be the best fit for you and your clients. So the first smart plan here we have is Promote My App. And this is, pretty straightforward. This is a smart plan that's been put together so that way you could send all of your contacts information about downloading your app. You can see here it's 5 steps. It's 5 days and it has 3 touches. So the difference between a step and a touch is that a step is any activity or delay in a smart plan. And then a touch is the actual touch that you have with your contact. So whether it's an email, a phone call, a text message, that is an actual touch. And if you want to see the steps here of what is included in the Promote My App smart plan, click on View Steps. And then you can see a quick overview of the smart plan. So send HTML email. So an automated email will get sent out to your contacts. There'll be a 1-day delay. And then it'll send a text message. And here's a quick overview of what that text says. Hey, this is agent, first name, last name with team name. Did you see the neighborhood listed in your area? Download my brand new KW app to check it out. Then it'll be a delay of 3 days and then send another text message. Did you know that you can see all the cumulative stats about your neighborhood in my new app? Let me know what you think. And then there's a link. So here you can see just a quick overview of what would be included in that. The nice thing about these smart plans is for the most part is you can edit them. So this text message here where it says, hey, this is agent first name, last name. Did you see that home listed in your area? Download my app. To me, that doesn't really sound like my voice, like what I would send to a contact. So I could go through and edit that text to make sure it sounds like something my friends would expect to hear from me. So the next is the biweekly neighborhood nurture. And this is really simple. This is going to be an email that's sent out every 2 weeks, and that's going to provide an update on that neighborhood. So in order for your contact to have this or to be able to be signed up for this smart plan, they actually have to have their address in command and a neighborhood assigned to them. But what this does is it'll let them know any new homes that have been listed, anything that's gone under contract, what sales prices are, cost per square foot, all that information. And it's sent out every 2 weeks. So this is probably going to be someone that you've been talking to about maybe getting ready to list their home. They're really curious on what's going on in the market and keep them up to date every 2 weeks. The next is the 8x8 new contact engagement smart plan. So this is when you meet someone and you want to really start to build that relationship with them from the get-go. You want to put them on this new 8x8 campaign. So you can see here, it's 15 steps. It lasts for 50 days and it's 8 touches. So to see the steps, click View Steps here. And you can see the first step is to send a text message. There's a quick overview of the text. Hey, first name, last name. It's me with KW First Atlanta. Would love to grab coffee sometime. Let me know what your schedule looks like in the next few days. So this is a great text message because you're putting your name in there. They know who you are. You want to grab coffee. Now, be careful when you add contacts to this smart plan. You don't want to go through and add 100 people to this smart plan all at once because you may then have 100 coffee dates, which would be great. But then you'd end up spending all your money on coffee. So make sure you're adding, being very specific in who you're adding to this smart plan. So after you send that first text, you wait 7 days. Then there's a touch task, which is a send a let's grab coffee email. So this is not an automated email, but it's going to, when you log into command, it will remind you to send an email inviting so-and-so for coffee. Another 7 days. Then it'll be a phone call, and then it'll be another 7 days. Send a text message. Want to check in. How's your day going? Any real estate needs I can help with? My mouse is not working. All right. Then scroll down 7 more delay, and then this will add them after that to the monthly neighborhood nurture. And then after that, it'll be another 7-day delay, then a phone call, And this will be, hey, did you get the monthly neighborhood nurture information about the neighborhood? Any questions about it? 7-day delay, send text messages. What do you think of the neighborhood's snapshot? 7-day delay, touch task, send a about our team email. So this is a, hey, here's some more information about me as a realtor and the team that I'm on, First Atlanta, Keller Williams, all that. So this is a great smart plan to add new context on. So if you met someone at a party or you met someone out and about that is interested in real estate, add them to this smart plan. The next one is the quarterly call plan. And this is a plan to set up for all your contacts to remind you when to call them. So this is a great plan that I think everyone in your database should be added on. You can see that it's 3 steps. It lasts 91 days and it has 1 touch. So you can see here, view steps, phone call, delay 90 days, and then repeats. So this is going to remind you to call that person every 90 days. So when you log into Command, it'll say, today you need to call these 10 people. Now you might think, oh, when I set up the smart plan, it's gonna add all my contacts to this quarterly smart plan. So it's gonna be every single, they'd all be on the same plan. But when you set up a smart plan, you do have the ability to delay when people are added on. So you can kind of manage when people get added. So you can see here, it's phone call, delay, repeat. The next one is a mid-term nurture campaign. And this is gonna be for your contacts that are looking at like a 3 to 4 months out from buying or selling. So you wanna stay top of mind with them. You wanna nurture that relationship knowing that it's gonna be a couple more months before they are really ready to sign that agreement with you, but you wanna stay top of mind. So you can see here, this plan is 6 steps. It lasts for 30 days and it's 2 touches. So we'll view steps. So we'll add them to the bi-weekly neighborhood nurture. So that's going to set them up to receive emails every 2 weeks of what's going on in their neighborhood. So that way, if they're thinking about selling or buying, to let them know exactly what's going on. Wait 2 weeks, then give them a call to see if they have any questions, if they are appreciating it. Wait 2 more weeks, and then send a text message. And then here, you can see we have 3 examples of text messages. So the way this works is that when you have the 3 different text messages, the first time the smart plan goes through, it'll send text message number 1. Then it's going to repeat the smart plan, and then it'll go through. And the second time they receive a text message, it'll be text message number 2, and the same thing with text message number 3. So that way you don't have to worry about the same text messages being sent. It's dynamic. So it sends a new text message every single time. So yeah, so this midterm nurture is going to be great for someone that's looking to buy or sell in the next 3 to 4 months, whereas our next smart plan is going to be the long-term nurture. And this is going to be someone that's looking at maybe 6 to 8 months. And you want to keep them top of mind, very similar to our midterm nurture. It has 8 steps. This is last 31 days and has 3 touches, but it does repeat. So we'll click on view steps. So we'll add them to it'll automatically add them to the monthly neighborhood nurture. So knowing that they're 6 to 8 months out, they only need to receive information about their neighborhood once a month because it's not as urgent for them. Then we'll wait 10 days, give them a call to see if they have any questions about that information from the monthly neighborhood nurture. Then wait 10 days, and then send a value email to them as a part of them, letting them know what you offer them, what they can expect to work with you, what it's like to work with you. Wait 10 days, and then send a text message. And then here you can see there's 6 text messages. So this smart plan is able to go through 6 times, so it can last 6 months. This is just a really great way to help manage that relationship, put it on autopilot while also Command keeping you on track with the tasks you need to do to build and maintain that relationship. So in 6 to 8 months, when this contact is ready to buy or sell, you've been staying in touch with them every 10 days. So they know, oh, duh, I need to call Nick, ready to list, let's go. The next smart plan is the birthday smart plan. And this is going to be one, the birthday and the home anniversary are two of the smart plans that I get asked the most number of questions about, because it's a really, really interesting way to maintain that relationship with them. Let your contacts know that you care about them, you're thinking about them on their birthday. Now, traditionally, in the past and in eEdge, for the birthday smart plans, it would just send an email with a pretty picture, with some fireworks saying happy birthday, wishing you the best day. And that's what a lot of agents want. This birthday smart plan is actually much deeper and really focuses on that relationship aspect of that client management. So it's not just going to be just an email. So you can see it's actually 6 days. It lasts for it's 6 steps. It lasts for 6 days and it has 4 touches. So 4 touches for a single birthday. So imagine how that would feel if someone that you knew reached out to you 4 times, touched you 4 times to celebrate your birthday and let you know how much they care about you. So we'll click on view steps here. So a touch task. So the first step is going to be to remind you to send a handwritten note for their birthday the week of their birthday. So it's going to give you a heads up. Hey, this person's birthday is in a week. Send them a note today. So that way it has plenty of time to get to their house. Then we'll wait 4 days. Then give them a phone call and say, hey, I know your birthday is in a day. I just want to call and wish you happy birthday because I know you're going to be really busy tomorrow. Everyone's going to be celebrating you. What are your plans? Awesome. We need to get together soon to celebrate and catch up. Then you'll wait 1 day. Then you can post on social media, a reminder, wish them a happy birthday on social media. And then it'll also send a happy birthday text message. So this birthday plan is really, really in-depth and is going to focus on building that relationship. This plan and following this smart plan will help set you apart from other agents, but other people in their life. So they know that you really care about them and you want to celebrate them. The next is the open house follow-up. And if you're hosting open houses, which I hope all of you are, and I hope that you do regularly because it is a great lead gen source, this smart plan is going to help you follow up and maintain those relationships with the contacts that you meet at your open house. So you can see here, it's 15 steps. It lasts for 3 weeks and has 7 touches. So we'll view steps. So the first one is going to send a text message. So let's say you're having your open house. They come in, you're having your open house Sunday from 2 to 4. They fill out the feedback sheet with their contact information. Then they leave. If you have a minute, you can go on and you can add that contact directly into Command, and then you can immediately add them to this smart plan. And then it'll send a text message. Hey, contact, thanks for stopping by. What did you think of the open house? So they know exactly, okay, this is the agent from the open house I just went to 30 minutes ago. Then there'll be a 1-day delay. And then there'll be a touch task of a send a nice to meet you at the open house email, because they should have provided their email as a part of the open house. And this is not going to be automated. It's going to set a reminder for you to manually send that. Then there'll be 2-day delay. And then it's going to remind you to call them to see if there are any upcoming open houses that they would be interested in seeing that you could set up for them or meet them there. Then wait 3 days and then send a text message that says, hey, I have a few open houses coming up that I think you'd be interested in. Would you like for me to send you a list? Then wait 4 days and then another call. Then wait 3 days, send a text message, just want to check in to see how you're doing, see if you're available for showing. Then wait 4 days, send a are you still home shopping email just to touch base. Hey, haven't heard from you, still interested in buying. Then a delay. And then this is going to automatically add them to that long-term nurture. So if you haven't heard from them, it'll automatically add them to the long-term nurture, which is great. So then you don't have to think about it. So then you can automatically start on that smart plan. So this is just a great way to build that relationship, stay in touch, and let those contacts know that you meet at open house, that you are really here to work with them and you want to be of service for them. One thing that's great about this is that, like I said earlier, is that you can edit these So I'll be able to show you how you can make this specific for each open house. Because I would probably want to say, hey, it was a pleasure meeting you at open house at 1234 Main Street. Are you still looking to buy in the Midtown area? Are you still looking to buy in the Marietta area? So you can specialize or update it so it's more specialized and specific to that contact. The next is going to be the neighborhood monthly nurture. And this is probably going to be the most popular and the most common smart plan that you can use and put your contacts on, because this is going to be that monthly email that they will receive that provides updates on their specific neighborhood or neighborhoods that they're interested in. It'll let them know all the recent sales, the recent listings, what the cost per square foot is, what's going on in the neighborhood, all that information. So you are providing them a ton of value. So whether they just moved in the neighborhood and they just kind of want to see what else is going on, or they're thinking about selling, you are providing a value to them. And it just keeps you in touch with them. So they'll think of you when it is time for them to buy or sell, or if they have a friend that's thinking about buying or selling, they'll know that you have access to all this great data, and you'd be able to provide that same data and that same great service and attention to their friends or family. And then the last smart plan is the home anniversary. So if you had a client, you had a closing, and this is going to be a great way for you to keep in touch and remind yourself to celebrate the anniversary. So this is going to be 3 steps, 7 days, and 2 touches. So view steps. So the first one is to be able to send a gift or a card to your client. So, you could send a card with a gift card in it. You could wait 6 days and then give them a call to say, hey, 1 year ago today, we closed on your dream home. How are you doing? How are you loving it? We need to get together soon. It's been too long. I miss our fun conversations. Perfect. And now you've celebrated that person. Your client knows that you care about them and are thinking about them. So these are the 10 smart plans that we have. Any questions on any of these 10 smart plans before we go on? Our next step is going to be to add one of these smart plans to our database, and then we'll go through creating a smart plan. All right. So I'm going to add the open house follow-up smart plan to my smart plan list, and I want to show you how I can edit it, make it my own, and add contacts to it. So I want to add this smart plan. So to do that, click Add Smart Plan right here, and it'll give me the option to change the name. So let's say I just had an open house at 1234 Main Street in Main Street. We'll just do Marietta. So I can rename it so that way I know that this smart plan is specifically for this open house. So I can click Apply. So now it is added to my library, or to my smart plans, my people plans. So I come back over here. I can see here is my open house follow-up, 1234 Main Street for Marietta. Lets me know that I have 0 contacts. Again, 21 days, 7 touches. So what I want to do is I want to come over here to the edit pencil, and anywhere that you see a pencil in command is the edit option. So I'm going to click on this pencil, and it's going to take me into the Smart Plan Builder. And I can go through here and I can make any changes to the Smart Plan. So you'll see here the first event here is a text message. So SMS, send SMS, MMS. And it'll say from, and it'll say mine says your Twilio account is connected. If you haven't set up a Twilio account, I highly recommend it. I did a deep dive into Twilio, so check that out on the KW First Atlanta YouTube channel. But Twilio is our text message provider. It does cost money, so I want to be transparent about that. It is 0.0075 cents for every 160 characters sent. And then it's the same price for any text message received. So Oh, another thing to call out is that it's not going to be from your number. You do have to, when you sign up, it's going to automatically give you an Austin, Texas number because that's where KW's headquartered. But for $1 a month, you can rent an Atlanta area code. Last time I checked, there were no 404 or 770 numbers, but they did have 470. So it's not going to be your number. But I do recommend that you add Twilio to your account. So that way it'll really streamline a lot of these text messages that has to be sent. Because if you don't set up your Twilio account, when you log into Command, it'll give you a task to send that text message, which is fine. If you want to manage your text messages and send them personally from your phone, that's a-okay. I love what Michael Bunch said a couple weeks ago on our team meeting when he was talking about the success that he's had with using Twilio, especially for Mother's Day, was that when someone responded, it was like, Michael, I thought I already had your phone number. The way he explained it was like, oh, this is my business number, or this is a business number. So it makes sense because you are a business owner that you would have your personal cell phone and then you would have a personal number, or sorry, a professional business number. So making some edits to this smart plan. This is how I would make it my own, but by all means, you can make it your own. So you can see, hey, contact first name. And this contact first name is what's called a merge field. And it's over here on the right-hand side. And this allows Command to add personalized information to a text message. So that way, when a contact receives that text message, it seems like you wrote it specifically to them, but you didn't, because you're sending it out to multiple people at the same time. If you want to add merge fields, over here to the right, you can click on this icon that has an F in it. And if you click on the drop-down menu, it'll show you all the different merge fields that you have access to. So you can add your contact first name, last name, their email address, their phone number, birthday, home anniversary, your first name, your first last name, team name, and a link to your app. So those are all the merge fields that you can add to a text message. So I could say, hey, contact, thanks for stopping by. And I would want to include the property address. Thanks for stopping by, 1234 Main Street in Marietta. What did you think of the open house? Now, one thing I want to call out about using Twilio is that if you're sending sending text messages to contacts that have your personal number, or even to people that you don't know, they're not going to know who it's from. So you need to make sure that you add your name in here. Now, it does have the ability to add the merge field. So you could technically put your name here. So it'll, I could put a dash. Let me come right here. I could do dash, and then this will read Nicholas Core. I could do that, and it's fine. That's a possibility. But since I know my name, I could just do, if I could type here, Nicholas Core. And then I could also write Keller Williams, First Atlanta. So in that way, there's no confusion as to who I am and from the company that I'm with. I would recommend that you include some form of designation on every single one of your text messages so your contacts know who you are. So scrolling down here, you can see we have a delay. You have to add a delay in between your tasks or activities, so that way we're not bombarding our contacts with multiple touches on the same day. So the next is going to be an email. So you can see here, this is set up as a non-touch, which is going to be set up as a reminder. So it's going to be sent, the task name that's going to show up when you log into Command, it's going to be send an email to contact first name, contact last name. And then if I wanted to, I could just add contact email here as well. I guess it doesn't have space. Okay. So contact first name, last name. So I know, okay, I need to send this person an email, and then task description. We'll set this as, leave it as touch. So this will just be a reminder to send an email to contact first name, last name as a part of the open house follow-up. So you could update this to send an email automatically. I think for simplicity, because you're probably not going to be adding a ton of people on this smart plan, you could leave it as having as a task. All right. And then you'll see here, it says due in 1 day. So let's say you log on to Command on Monday, it'll set a reminder that says, hey, this is due today or due by Tuesday at 9 a.m. So it'll give you a full day to do this. And then we have our delay of 2 days, and then make a phone call. You can see here, make phone call, and this will be first name, last name that shows up in Command on the home screen. And it'll give you 1 day to complete that. We'll have another delay, and then we'll send another text message. Again, hi, first name, I have a few open houses. Would you be interested? Would you like me to send a list? And then again, here I would recommend adding your name. I'm going to write KWFA because you can see right here in the bottom right-hand corner, it shows my character count, and it says 164 of 480, which lets me know actually I should probably not include KWFA because I only get 160 characters so per text message. So I would rather it just show up as a single text. So I've updated that, set delay, make a phone call with contact first name, last name, call open house lead to see if they're interested in any upcoming property. So first name, last name, set delay, and text messages. How are you doing? When to check in to see if you're available tomorrow. I had a show and cancel. And this is already going to be 2 text messages because it's 184. So I can just put Nicholas Core, Keller Williams, First Atlanta. Perfect. And then scrolling down, create task. It's going to be a touch, send an email. So this would be, are you still home shopping email? So this would be something that you'd have to manually email them. And scroll down, set delay for 3 days. And then this is what I was telling you earlier, where it'll automatically add them to the long-term nurture. So you can see here, it will automatically add them to the long-term nurture. But I could also change that. So when you finish a smart plan, you could automatically add them to another smart plan. So that way you don't have to worry about going in and be like, oh, I know my smart plan for the contact I met at my open house is about to expire. I need to go in and make sure I add them to another smart plan before it expires. Nope, you don't have to. Command can do it automatically for you. So it's set to go to the long-term nurture. But since I have the biweekly neighborhood and monthly neighborhood nurture plans, I could select those instead. But I would think for the open house, long-term nurture would be the best. And then once you're good with that, you come up here and you can click save. Now, if you wanted to add any additional steps or any actions, you have all the abilities to do that. So you could create a task, make a call, send email, text, delay, or add a smart plan. You could do all that steps here and then move it to where you wanted to. If you want to add contacts directly from the screen, you can. And to do that, click on this icon here with a person and a plus sign. So click on that. So you can search by name. So I could, search for myself. Perfect. There we go. I could add myself. Or you could, select all. So all the people that are listed on the screen. Or I could search for tags. Now, this will be really helpful. So when you add that contact in, you would probably want to add an open house tag, maybe a 1234 Main Street tag. So that way you know the property. And then you can scroll through and then you can add whichever tag you want. So I'm going to select the Atlanta United. Perfect. So this shows 5 people. So I can select all people that I know love Atlanta United. Let's say I also want to add people that are dog owners. Not super relevant to the open house, but just so you can get an idea, and I can select all. So now I've added 19 people, and then I would add them to the smart plan. Now I am not going, well, actually I can click add to smart plan. And then you see, it gives me the option is I can start the smart plan now. I can start all on the following date. So I could set this to start tomorrow. So I select on that, and then I can actually pick the date that I wanted to start on. So I could go ahead, and if I knew that, okay, I'm going to add all my contacts in for the open house on Sunday, I could add that smart plan to start on Monday or whatever. So I could pick a date that I want this to start, or I could stagger the smart plan over the next few days. So that's what I was talking about earlier, where if you want to add all of your contacts to your quarterly marketing plan or quarterly touch plan, you can set this so only 10 people would be added to that plan per day. So that way you don't have to worry about calling 10 people or touching 10 people every single day as a part of that quarterly nurture plan. Now, I'm not going to hit confirm because I don't want this to actually start, and I don't want people to receive these text messages. So I'm going to click cancel. Click cancel again. So I'll just click save. And now I'm going to go back. You can see here, I have my open house follow-up. And again, if I wanted to, I could add a contact, I can edit it, I could delete it. But let's say I have another open house and I spent a lot of time on this open house follow-up plan, really crafting the language that I wanted. I could copy this, and this would, give me the option to rename it. So this would be copy my open house follow-up, and then this was 9876 Elm Street in Sandy Springs. So this is the open house, another open house that I had. I can click apply. So now I have created a new open house smart plan specifically for this open house. And then all I have to do is go through and edit it really quickly because, I added the address in here. So let me just update this to 9876 Elm Street in Sandy Springs. And then you just go through really quickly because I've spent all that time before editing the text. Make sure I don't have any other property information. Perfect. I'm good to go. And then I can just click save. Now, I would recommend that if you were planning on hosting an open house this coming weekend, let's say on Sunday, go ahead and set up your open house follow-up plan on Friday or Saturday. So you have all of your text messages already typed out, any emails that you need to have typed out, all of that is prepared. So then when you're at that open house and people walk out the door, you can add them immediately to that smart plan. So in 30 minutes after walking out the door, they get a text message. So while they're walking around someone else's open house, you just send them a text message and say, hey, what did you think of the house you just left at 1234 Main Street or wherever? And then boom, you start to build that relationship, and you've now probably just created yourself a new buyer client. So a great way to really focus on building relationships and leveraging technology to build your pipeline. So we just walked through all of the smart plans that are in the library. We went through and added one to our people plans and edited it. Now I want to walk you through how to create your own smart plan. There are a lot of different options of what you could use smart plans for. I talked to a lot of agents that when, back in March and early April, they were creating COVID-19 smart plans because they wanted to reach out to their database to see how things are going, let them know what was going on with the market, to kind of help with their concerns and let them know that, hey, I'm as your local real estate expert, I'm here for you, your family, I'm always here to help. But you could create a smart plan for anything you wanted. So to do so, click over here on create, and it'll give us a plan. So let's name this, you know what, we are in summer now officially, so let's do summer 2020 event calendar. I'm just making this up as I go along. So we'll click apply. So this is going to drop us into the smart plan editor that we were just in, except you can see here, there's no actions here. We have to create it from scratch. Now, as I always do, I always recommend you to start at the top and work your way down. So you can see here, we have our name, which we could edit if I decided, needed a different name. Right now it's 1 day, 0 step, and 0 touches. And as we go through and we add steps and touches, it will update that accordingly. And there are some rules that we'll walk through in just a moment. And then up here, you can see in this blue box, it says trigger manually, but doesn't give me the opportunity to change it. In the future, in the next couple months, it is in the pipeline. Command will have the capability to automatically add people to SmartPlans. So you could set up a SmartPlan that anytime someone is tagged with a specific custom tag, boom, automatically add them to a SmartPlan. Anytime they have a specific a date, a birth date, or a home anniversary, automatically add them to a custom SmartPlan. The functionality hopefully should be here in the next couple months because it's been, especially for people that want to build their own birthday SmartPlans, it's, been on their radar. But at the moment, you have to manually add people to your SmartPlans, which is fine. So let's say we're going to do a summer 2020 event calendar. Kids have been home for months now. Parents are like, oh, what can we do this summer that's safe and fun? Get kids out of the house and entertain them. So let's start with an email. So I'll click on email and it automatically adds email over here. Reply to, this is going to be set up from the command email that you've set up in your settings. If you have any questions on that, please let me know. We can talk about that after the end of this training this morning. So it's going to set our email type to simple because this is going to be a text-based email. You do have the capability of adding an HTML email, which is going to be pretty pictures and whatnot. That being said, there is a reason that these emails are preferred to be simple text emails is because a lot of those HTML emails will be flagged as spam. Think of how many newsletters you get every single day from retailers, companies, agents, home inspection company, all the different people that we work with, lenders. So we want our email as a realtor to get through to our contact, especially when we're providing value to them. So by having it as simple text, it is less likely to be flagged as spam. But I will show you really quickly our HTML options. So if you wanted to send an HTML email, click on HTML. Now you see the whole ability to edit the text is gone. So we can only use the library of templates. So click on Browse Library for Email Template. And it gives us a couple options. So the opportunities email template isn't there yet because they haven't started the opportunities email. You can see here's Work With Me Seller. So we can click on Preview. And you can see here's all this text that'll auto-populate in an email, but shows when you're ready to sell, I'm here to help. Here's a nice little image with some hands with painted fingernails. So just be mindful for anyone that doesn't paint their nails. That they'll probably know it's not you. And then, some text here about selling your home, what you can do for them, KW Tech, the level of real estate, and then some more information that'll automatically populate. And all this information that automatically populates comes from your marketing profile. So you see, you can't edit this. So if you want to send an email to your clients on, working with you to sell, perfect. This could be a great fit. Same thing with Work With Me Buyer. Very similar, just updated some of the copy. Our next is Home Anniversary. So click Preview. So here's a nice little email. Can you believe it's been another year since you purchased your home? View your neighborhood trends, and then a fun little graphic and your information. All right. The next is Birthday Wishes. So real simple, but fun. And then at the top here, you can see the preview of what it looked like. It defaults to computer. If they look at it on a iPad or tablet, and then what it looks like on their phone. And then the last one is to promote your app. Let me click on preview. So another, get on-demand real estate information you crave all in one place. So just another fun email here, but very specific and something you can't edit. So I just wanted to walk you through those so that way you could see what our image-based emails look like, much more limited. So I don't really recommend them if you are setting up your own smart plan. So I'm going to come back here to set back to simple, and I can, start typing. Subject line, let's do subject, what are you up to this summer? Actually, summer, we can be kind of kitschy here. Summertime blues. Here are some fun activities for your summer, whatever. All right, so we'll come down here and we'll start typing our email. So I'll just type in hi. And then remember I was telling you about the merge fields for the text messages. We can do the same thing for our emails. And it's right here with the icon F with the parentheses around it. So I'll click on this. And then I'm going to select contact first name. And then do a comma. And just start typing. Can you believe it's already summertime with all the craziness going on? I can't believe our time has flown by with kids having been out of school for months. I can imagine you're running out of ideas of how to entertain them. As your Atlanta market expert, I have put together some top recommendations of family fun activities that are safe and won't break the bank. All right, and then we'll scroll down here and say, click here to view my top 10 suggestions, top 10 best summer activities. And then we could do www. And then, this would probably be something you'd want on your website, nicholascore.com. Actually, this would be nicholascore.kw.com/summertime. As always, I'm here to help with any real estate needs. Please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you, Nick. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that when you're writing emails from within the Smart Plan, it won't have your signature, so you do need to include that here. So I would include, just type in my email, nicholascore@kw.com, 404-414-8238. And then I can add a hyperlink here. So I'm going to add hyperlink. I guess you can't add emails, but I can do my hyperlink here. Add link. Oh. Add link. Actually, I must have done this incorrectly. Let me click on here and then nicholascore@kw.com. Perfect. So you've added links. Perfect. Now I'm just going to click save right here. So now it has saved our first activity. So then between each step, we need to add a delay. And that is to prevent us from bombarding our contacts with touch after touch after touch. We don't want to send them an email and a text and a phone call all on the same day. So between each task, let's set a delay. So I just click on set a delay, scroll down, and let's set a 2-day delay. Click save. Perfect. And then our next activity, let's send them a text message. Perfect. So I just click on add text. My Twilio account is connected. Plug in my computer real quickly. Perfect. So we'll send a static text message. So we'll just start typing in our text. Hey, we'll add contact first name. Did you receive my summer activities list? What do you think? I hope you're able to enjoy some of those fun suggestions with your family this summer. And then you want to put your name, thank you, Nick. Perfect. So I could also add in any additional merge fields here. So if I wanted to add a link to my app or whatever, I could. So I'll click save here. And then we'll create a delay. Let's do 4-day delay, and then we'll send another email. So just click on email and then scroll back down to the bottom. Email, summer discounts. Who doesn't love to save money? Then start just typing out, and I'll keep this pretty quick because I just want to make sure you guys fully get the idea of how easy it is to create this smart plan, and you can create this for anything and everything you wanted. Hi, contact first name. I know how expensive keeping your kids busy can get. So I've organized a savings. I organized a spreadsheet with some great deals on all your summertime entertainment and activities. Click on the link below to see how you can save hundreds this month and make your kids smile in the process. www.nicholascore.com/summer deals. So let's copy that, then add hyperlink, add link, add link. Please let me know how I can help you with any real estate needs. Thank you. Oh, sorry, my computer is spinning wheel of death. Thank you, Nick. And then nicholascore@kw.com, 404-414-8238. So now I'm done with that. I'll just click save. And then we'll set another delay, because we do want to make sure that we have delays between all these activities. We'll do 5-day delay, click save. And then we can create a task. All right. So this task is going to be something that command reminds us to do. So we can do call, and then we'll add our contact first name, contact last name. Oh, so this is kind of tricky. So when you're creating a task and you want to add merge fields, I don't know why it does this, but it puts the merge fields in backwards. So let's say you want to call first name, last name, phone number. So when you're creating your task name, you'll click call, and then I'll select contact phone, contact last name, contact first name. And now it will read correctly as call, contact first name, last name, phone number. And it'll say, do the same thing here. But since it's in the task description, I can actually type contact first name, last name, phone number, and it will populate correctly to see how their summer is going. Ask how you can help with their plans and any real estate needs. Perfect. And then you'll give yourself a due date. So if you want to, you want to make sure you do this in 1 day or 2 days, click 2 days and then click save. And then we can create another delay, and then we can set this delay for a long time. So let's do 25 days. Perfect. And the reason I'm gonna do 25 days because my last email, let's just do one more quick email. So I click the email, scroll down to the bottom, and then this is going to be summer blowout, subject end of summer blowout, our party. Let's do party. That might be better. And then you can say, hey, contact first name. I'm throwing a huge party to celebrate another amazing summer. Please, actually, just another amazing summer for you and your family.
Can I do the other?
And then please join us this Saturday at 5 p.m. for barbecue and swimming. And you can put in whatever information you want, so that you can kind of see how you can, throughout the summer, you can provide all this information about activities to entertain your kids. You could, this could be another great opportunity to touch them, to have a party, whatever you wanted. So I've created my smart plan, went through, added text messages, phone calls, tasks. Now I want to start adding people to it. So again, come up here, click add, and then you can search by name. This may be a great place to search by tag, because let's say the information you want to provide is really specific to the area you live. So I live in Smyrna, so I have all the contacts that I have in my database that live in Smyrna labeled with a Smyrna tag. So let me just scroll through here, give it a minute to load them all, and I'll select Smyrna. Perfect. You can see here, I'll select all my tags, and I've now added all 16 people that live in Smyrna to this smart plan. Perfect. So you can see how easy that is to create a smart plan. And you can do this for anything. Summer events like this. If you're going to do a clothing drive, let's say you're going to do a pie pickup for Thanksgiving, toy drive, promoting your app, you can create your own open house smart plan. You can do anything you want. It really is, you can make this as in-depth and as you want. So I'll click save here. And you can see at the top, it updated to 37 days, 9 steps, and 5 touches. And it shows over here. It should show over here. Let me refresh this real fast. Perfect. Now you can see summer 2020 event calendar shows up in my people plan. Any questions about smart plans before I move on to reports? That was a lot of information, so I'm happy to answer any questions at the end as well. So I'm going to now jump into reports. So to get your reports, scroll your mouse over to the right-hand side and then click on the nice little report graph, and that is reports. And the main goal of reports is, well, it does a couple things. It lets you know how you are doing, what the health is of your database, Also, how are you doing in achieving your business goals for this year? And how are your emails performing that you've sent out? So those are going to be the three main things you can see up here. We have our dashboard, which is going to be an overview, but then you can see here reports, goals, emails. So on our dashboard, it gives us an overview. We have total contacts. So I have just under 1,400 contacts in my database. And then it provides me a health score. So you can see that I have a health score of 50.39%. And that's based on the information that I have for each one of my contacts in Command. So when you add a name, a phone number, an email address, and a mailing address, those are each worth 20% or 20 points of a score. And then for every bit of information after that, it's 4%, 4 points. So a tag, a birthday, an anniversary, a spouse, a job, a company, all those things will start to add up. And obviously the goal is to get to 100%. So I can see here, how I'm doing, what my percent is of, phone numbers, email, addresses, neighborhoods. And this is another way that you can look and say, actually, you know what? I need to reach out to my database and get phone numbers. I have a lot of email addresses, so maybe I can just send a quick note send a quick email to the people that I don't have the phone numbers and say, hey, I'm updating my database. What's your phone number? I'd love to be able to get in touch with you if I ever see something that would be interesting to you. You can also compare. So I can compare to see what the health of my database is compared to the other agents at First Atlanta. So you can see I'm slightly behind. The average health of the database is 50.83%. I can also compare to all the agents in Georgia, which is about the same. All agents in the entire Keller Williams company, so that is a 52.52. And then agents in production bracket above mine. So you can see again, they have a more full database, but it also shows the difference in the phone numbers, email addresses. So I really need to work on getting phone numbers. But hey, listen, I have 50% of my contacts have birthdays. So that's pretty great. If you scroll down, database activity score. So the people that I've reached out to in the last 30 days. So you can see based on the activity that I've logged in Command, I have not reached out to 96.6% of my database in the last 30 days. And then I can filter, by people if I've sent a text message to them, an email, calendar invite. So it's just this is a great way to help keep track of how you are updating and managing your database. Real estate is all relationship focused, and Command and your database is how you manage that. So you want to make sure that you are keeping track of everyone that you know as a contact, all the information about them every time you talk to them, because that's what's going to help drive your business. A healthy database is going to help set you up for success. And this reports dashboard is going to help you dive into the areas that you need to build on to make sure you can have the most healthy database possible. So if I click on reports here on the reports tab, it is going to show me, I have the, right now it's going to show me my opportunities report, but I can also look at goals report and database report. So I'll click on database report, and this is going to be very similar to the information that I just went through. Total database records. I have 2 new contacts, database health, and you just kind of scroll through here, and it kind of breaks down the information a lot more in depth by total fields. And this will show by lead sources, leads, all contacts. So, it'll just show me the raw numbers of all the information from my database. But it is also really important to look at your opportunities report, because this is going to show you, based on your sales pipeline, what your income is, the different stages, the different phases, how long each person is staying in a phase, your probable income, potential income, commissions. This is going to help break it down. So this is all for listings. Now, all of my numbers here are inflated because most of my opportunities I've created for a demonstration, for demo purposes. So disregard all of these numbers, but it just kind of helps you keep track of your listing presentations here, and then also down here, your buyer opportunities as well. So that way you can see if you have a ton of people that sit for a long time and cultivate and then don't make it to appointments, that you may need to spend more time cultivating those relationships, or vice versa. If you're going on a lot of appointments, but then they're not turning into active buyers, you need to work maybe on your appointment. So it's just a great way for you to double check your business, how you are managing your business, setting those appointments, building those relationships as well. And then the last report is our goals report. So this is going to be based on the information that we add in the goals tab, which I'll walk through in just a minute. Kind of how well are you doing at achieving your goals? So here, total profit of 150,000, cost of sales 45, operating expenses 50, GCI of 245. So this is all based on information that I inputted on the goals tab, which we'll walk through in a moment. But this is going to break down how I'm tracking towards that based on the information I've included in my opportunities. So it'll be able to say, okay, I have this amount of business in my pipeline, and then based on my experience and the percentage of closings that I get from each phase and stage, what my projected GCI will be, and that's how that breaks down to profit, costs, and operating expenses. So you can see here, I've added my, the conversion rate information over here, and this shows all the data over here for my GCI, profit, closed units, goal, actual, percent of goal. So based on this goal of 245, I'm only at 19% of my GCI goal for the year. All right. So up here on the goals tab, now this is where you're going to set your goals. So come this fall, if you'll start to work on your 2021 goals, and you'll want to add those goals here. And let's say for 2020, you went through and you added all your goals here. You may need to update those goals based on everything with COVID-19 and how that shifted the market and affected your business. You may want to go through and reproject out what the second half of the year looks like for you. Where are your gaps that you need to pick up on? Do you have any clients that are going to wait, till next year for buyers or sellers? So update your goals here, and this will keep track, of your total leads, all of your contacts, and how those then go into appointments set, appointments kept, agreements, under contract, and closed units. So this is going to keep track of from lead to closing throughout the entire sales pipeline, how all those contacts are moving along to make sure you're getting to your goal, whatever you set. And here we have our profit tracker, which will break down based on your GCI, how you're getting to profit. And I love these charts at the bottom because it breaks down, search neighborhoods, emails, other so activities of what I'm doing this year, this month, goal conversion. So if I have 31 closed units to get me to a profit goal of 150,000, I need 38,716 leads, and how that goes through the funnel based on my conversion numbers to then get me to those 31 closed units. And then over here, the breakdown of my GCI. So to get 150 profit, 45 cost of sales, and 50 in operating expenses. Now, when you want to go through and add all this information, there's a button up here. It says goal settings. And this is going to open up a Keller guide. So I'll click on that, and it's going to open up a Keller guide, which will walk you through step by step, adding your goals and putting this information in here. I highly recommend that if you do this, if you have your 2020 goals, go through and add them now. I know we're almost halfway through the year, but it's better late than never, because the more information you can add into Command, the more information it can learn. So as you start to work on your 2021 goals and then your 2022 goals, it'll have all the history and to see, areas that you can grow in, areas that you've started to, not do as well in, and all that stuff. So it helps you manage your business, to plan and achieve, optimize. So I recommend adding your goals here click Get Started. So that way, it'll help with your business. So I'm going to click the X because I don't want to go through that right now with you. And then the last tab up here is emails. So I've gotten a lot of questions from agents that are, hey, I've set all my clients up on SmartPlans. How do I know if they're actually getting them? The emails tab within reports is going to show you how well your emails are performing. So you can see here, it's going to show the total emails used. So I haven't sent out any emails this month. So everything's going to be 0 for me. But for you, if someone clicked on an email, if they opened it, replied, undelivered, unsubscribed, mark as spam. So it'll show you all those metrics to give you an idea of, okay, like if you're getting a lot of marked as spam, that's kind of going to what I was talking about earlier, wanting to find that right balance of having a text-based emails versus HTML emails that are more likely to be marked as spam. And then unsubscribed, if people just are not interested. So it's just really helpful to see how well that email is doing. And if you have a big database and you're sending out a lot of emails, you have the opportunity or the option to upgrade your email plan. So right now we get 5,000 emails as a part of our command email, which is free. But if you needed to upgrade it, you can click on the upgrade email plan and it'll take you to the marketplace and it'll give you the opportunity to upgrade that if you need to. So let me go back into command. So that is the reports tab. Spend some time here. It's not going to be the most exciting part of command for you. And maybe for some people it is, but I know numbers like this are not the best, but this is going to be how you keep track of your business and how you stay focused on your business and your performance to let you know the things that you need to keep doing, you need to start doing, or things you need to stop doing. So spend some time here, fill in the information, add as much as possible because it's only going to help you build and grow your business. The next thing we're going to talk through is referrals. And as you start to think about how you can grow your business, referrals is a great way to grow your business. One, you can refer out business. So if you have family and friends that live all over the country, let them know, hey, I'm still your go-to expert. Download my KW app. Come to me for any real estate questions. I'm going to get you as much information. And then when they're ready to buy or sell in their city or state, you can say, let me find you the best KW agent in your area that's going to get you the best price or the best house or whatever it is that they need. So you can then put together your network of referral agents from across the country. So you already have, hey, you know what? I know that you're looking to buy in Oklahoma City. I have the best agent in Oklahoma City. Let me give her a call right now and give you her information so I can connect you to. Referrals is how you're going to set that up. So over here on the left-hand side, click on referrals. It's a little icon that looks like a little target dot. And then we'll walk through each one of the tabs here. So it's going to put you into the dashboard, which will show you your pending invites. So I have a pending invite from an agent that's asked me to join their referral network. And that was, pending invites. I guess that's the outgoing pending invite. Pending referrals. So if you have any active referrals of someone that's referred you business or some business that you've referred out, and then the number of received versus sent out referrals. And then here you can see these are all the agents that I have in my referral business. So this is going to show everyone that you have in your business in alphabetical order. You can search them. So if you know someone named Chris, whatever, my referral network, perfect, boom. You can track your referrals. So if you have an agent here that you want to send a referral to, you can keep track of it, fill in all the information. Grow my network. So if you want to start to find referral agents in specific areas, so let's say if I want to find a Nashville agent, just zoom in. Let me just type in Nashville here. So now it's going to show me all these agents in the Nashville area. So I could click on here, and it's going to show me all these agents over here. Click on one, and it's going to open their profile, and so I can get some more information about Michael in Nashville, his phone number. This is going to be your marketing profile that you fill in. So I'd recommend you fill it in so other agents can find you. Perfect. So let me come back to dashboard. All right, so this is the dashboard. The next is my referrals. So if I've sent out or received any referrals, they'll show up here. And Command is, the reason you want to send a referral through Command is because one, it helps manage all the paperwork, but two, is going to make sure that you get paid. So it shows up automatically in the system. So all the funding and percentages of commissions are broken out for you, and it's in here. You can keep track of it. The next is the map, which we just quickly walked through. So if you wanted to find agents, but there's also a really great capability that you can look at. So I can search by market centers. So if I wanted to, look at all the market centers, and imagine this is going to, let's see, I thought it would just be on Nashville. Let's see if this loads. But you can pull up a map. So if you're like, oh, I need to find an agent in Oklahoma City, you can then zoom into Oklahoma City, and it will show you all the market centers in Oklahoma City. So if there's one that serves a specific computer, perfect. So let me refresh the page here since the internet just went out. So this will, you can search by market centers. So as I was showing, if you select market centers, and then we can just, let's zoom into the Atlanta area. I guess things are being very slow this morning. My apologies. Why is nothing working? Let me try to refresh again. I hope the internet did not go out again. All right. So it looks like it's slowly trying to work. Maybe the internet's just now being really slow. So what you can do here is you can search by market center. So if you want to scroll in to find that city in a page unresponsive, if you wanted to find that market center outside of Oklahoma City, you could just zoom into the part of town around Oklahoma City and find that market center, and it'll show you all the agents. Here, I will show you. So let's come over here to Oklahoma City. I'm going to select market centers. And now it shows me all the market centers. So there's 3, so I can click here and it'll show me the 3 that are around there. So there's one here, and in Edmond. So I can click on Edmond, and it's now going to show me there are 234 agents in this office. It's sorted by random, but I can sort by first name, last name, closed units, listings sold, buy sides, leases. So I can sort by closed units, and I can see, all right, perfect. Let's click on Lori Patterson, home team 405. That's going to be her profile. And it's going to show me she closed 121 units, sold 65, buy side 56. So this could be, Lori may be a great agent to refer some business out to in Oklahoma City because she does a ton of volume. She has, she's a rainmaker, she's a team leader. So this is a great way that you can find a referral agent. So fill in your marketing profile information so people can find you. And then another thing that I think is really great is that you can look at, well, the next thing is, let me show this, is my network. So this will show you, I guess I need to zoom out here. This will show me all the agents across the country that I have in my referral network. So I know I have, oh, if I'm moving to Los Angeles, perfect, or Utah, Colorado, Texas. Most of these people are people that I've met at family reunion, but I already have all these referral networks here. Perfect. The next thing I want to show you is really cool, and it's going to give you an idea of maybe some of the parts of the country you need to start building those referral network relationships. So if you click on the drop down here, you can look at referral patterns, and it's going to show you, it's going to default to all of the relationships. Well, I guess this will show me all of the referrals outside of Atlanta. So people that are moving from Atlanta, the places that they're going to. So you can see, people are moving from Atlanta to Atlanta, within Charlotte, Tampa, Marietta, Boynton Beach, Boca Raton, Savannah, Austin, Chattanooga. So see, these are some of the cities, the top 20 cities where people are moving from Atlanta. So it would make sense for me to make a referral network partner in Charlotte, Tampa, Austin, Chicago. So I can now go to the map and start to find those agents. So when I talk to someone, I meet someone at a friend's wedding from Chicago. Oh, I know what the best agent in Chicago. So great, works in the Naperville area. Perfect. Boom. I can already have a referral and I can send it all through Command. The next way you can look at it is if you click on this button here, where are contacts that are moving to Atlanta? Where are they coming from? So I can see Scottsdale, Arizona, Prescott, Arizona, Anchorage, Alaska, also Atlanta, Woodstock, Boca Raton, Marietta, Smyrna, Orlando, and Savannah. So maybe I should call someone in Scottsdale and say, hey, if you have any referral business that's coming to Atlanta, let me be your referral agent. Let's build that relationship. Same thing for Prescott, even Anchorage, Alaska, who knew? So it's another great way for you to start to build your network and build your business is by establishing those referral relationships. So spend a couple minutes here to figure out, where around the country you need to start building those relationships. And the next tab is My Network. And this is going to go through the list of all of your referral partners and referral agents that you've already connected with. Perfect. So that is referrals, another great income source for you. So as you are thinking about your goals, your business plan, think about how you can start to add referrals into your goals for the rest of 2020. Because it could be a great way and a great income source if you can start to refer out a lot of business across the country. The last thing I want to talk through this morning is getting paid in Command, because that's going to be very important, because ultimately at the end of the day, everything we do is to get paid. So to do that, we're going to create an opportunity. So we will click on opportunities over here on the left. It's the icon of the two hands shaking. Now I'm going to walk through this pretty quickly because I spend a lot more time in TC03 walking through the opportunities applet, the whole sales pipeline, setting that up from start to finish. So if you have a lot of questions about that, check out next Tuesday morning. We'll walk through TC03 and opportunities. Additionally, Kyle from the MCA office teaches a class where he spends some time going through contracts in Command. So there's more than enough information between myself and Kyle on how to get paid. So first thing we're going to want to do is create an opportunity. So up here in the top right-hand corner, we're going to click create an opportunity. Things are being really slow, so we'll just have to be extra patient this morning. So let's wait for that to load. So an opportunity, think of it as your client as an opportunity. So you'd want to create that. So I can, hopefully now I can create this. So I'll click create the opportunity. So I'll just fill in all the information. And this is going to be that client that's going to go into the sales funnel. But ultimately for this conversation this morning, we really just want to focus on getting paid. So the opportunity type, you can select listing, buyer, landlord, or tenant. So today's example, I'm just going to do listing. Owner, it defaults to myself, and this is going to be the owner of the opportunity. The client, I'm just going to select Tony Stark. That is the contact that I added for my .loop class. Co-seller, I'll do Pepper Potts. Perfect. Opportunity name, since this is a listing, I want to name this the property address 1234 Main Street, Southeast, and then I'll name it Stark Potts -listing. So this lets me know the property address, the client names, and then it's a listing. I can go through, add any custom tags, estimated listing sales price, we can do 350. Commission rate, we'll do 3%. Now, since we are just focused on getting paid, for your phase, you need to make sure that it's selected as active, and your stage needs to be negotiations. Your phase and stage must be set to active and negotiations, or active and under contract if you're a buyer, in order for the MCA office to have access to your documents in Command. If you don't have it set as active and negotiations, let's say you have it set as appointment, they won't be able to see all the documents. So when you submit to Alita and Lynn for compliance review, and you want to do your pay at close, if it's not under this correct phase and stage, they won't have access to it. So once you've filled in as much information as you know, click on Create. And you can say, here it drops us into the opportunity on the Details tab. Here's all the information here that I've input. If you want to go through, you can add more information as you want. And then the property address, I recommend that you add in that as well. So let's do 1234 Main Street, Southeast. All right, I'll just select this one. Perfect. So that populates, and click Save. Now, where we want to go, that's going to be really important for you to get paid, is we're going to want to go to Documents. This is where you upload all of your documents for compliance review and to make sure that everything's good with the MCA office. Everything is broken out. So this is a listing. So you can see over here on the left-hand side, I have my listed folder, and under contract folder, and closed folder. So in the listed folder, we have our listing agreement, legal description, community association, seller's property disclosure, lead-based paint, and Walls Group, affiliated marketing, and wire fraud. So I want to add these files here. So to do that, I can click on Add File. I can manually upload this document here from my computer. So if I'm using RDocs or .loop, I can drag and drop it here. If you're using DocuSign, you'd want to click on Start a Transaction, and this will open up DocuSign, and then you can send out all of your documents there for signature. I'm not going to do that today, but on Friday morning, I do teach a DocuSign training from opportunity to compliance. Join me for that, and I'll walk you through step-by-step how to do that. So you can click Add a File here, add it, and then click Assign. And let's say you want to attach multiple files. You can click Attach Multiple Files here, and then you can drag and drop your listing agreement, drag and drop your limited or your legal description, your CAD, your SPD, all that. And then once you've added them all, just click Attach, and it'll upload those documents all to those fields as well. Then you need to come to your under contract folder here, and then add in your purchase and sale and all the documents pertaining to that purchase and sale agreement. Once you have all those documents, this button here that says Submit to MC will not be grayed out. It'll be this dark blue color, and you click on Submit to MC. That is how you submit to Alita and Lynn for compliance review. They'll review all your documents, make sure everything is good to go. If there's anything that's incorrect or missing, they'll write a little note. So it'll say, missing Amendment 1, or date incorrect on purchase and sale agreement, purchase and sale not binding, whatever note is needed for you to get that contract corrected. And that'll be up here, and it'll also be right next to the individual document. So that way you know exactly what you need to upload or update. And once you're able to update that document, you can resubmit to MC. Then you have the closed folder, and this is where you'll attach your settlement statement, your signed settlement statement from closing, as well as your FMLS 118 document for closing. So that way, if you want to do a pay at close, you need to have that uploaded here as well. Then, once you've added all of your documents, you still have to submit a green sheet. So in the future, our plan is to use the commission tabs here, but for the time being, as we still work out some details and making sure that all the information is in Command that the MCA office needs, we're going to work off of green sheets. And to submit a green sheet, I'm going to open up a new tab. Let me come up here. I'm going to go to mykw.kw.com. This will log me into our intranet. And then I'm going to come up here to technology, and I'm going to select Green Sheet. It says welcome to Green Sheets. Click on one of the tabs above to access an existing Green Sheet, or click here to create a new one. So I'll click here to create a new Green Sheet. Are you the listing agent? For the time being, for everything, they've asked us to select no, I'm not the listing agent, and no, this is not a KW listing. And you just go through here start to finish. So just fill in all of the information. All the boxes that have a red asterisk next to it are required. Fill them in. It'll walk you through general information, then the price and commission, the buyer's name, the seller's name, the agent, co-broker. And then once you have everything, then you can click submit to MCA. And this will let the MCA office know, hey, there's a contract in command that they need to go double check, make sure that Lynn and Alita have reviewed and everything is good to go. So then come 30 days from now, you can get paid. So that was a really, really quick and brief overview of how to get paid in command. In TC03, we spend a lot more time and opportunities, and we'll walk through the process in much more detail. So be sure to check that out. That'll be next Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. And if you have any questions about smart plans, creating your own smart plans, reviewing reports and setting up your goals, which please set them up. If you haven't set up your 2020 goals, do that now as well. So that way it'll help with your 2021 goals, building your business through referrals, as well as getting paid. Let me know what questions you have. I'm always here to help. Thank you for joining me this morning. I apologize for the glitch of the internet going out. Let me know what questions you have, and I will talk to you later. Thank you.